Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Pastor Jay, and I'm coming to you from the vicarage. And we are here today to do our Monday Digging Deeper devotional. And all this week, we're digging deeper into our sermon subject from yesterday, Sunday, which was from Acts chapter 28. And we are dealing with the subject of vipers, accusations, vindication, release of power, the gospel preached, repeat. That's the subtitle of the sermon. And so we've been talking about vipers. And yesterday I made the assertion, I put forth the idea that part of ministry comes in the acceptance that troubles or vipers are a real part of our lives. And in refusing to allow those things to poison us. And so in Acts 28, Paul faces a real viper. Just like in Acts 27, he faced a real shipwreck. The viper came out, drawn out by the heat of the fire that he was warming himself in front of, and it bit him. And the poison of that viper went into his system. And while Paul dealt with a real viper, we as human beings, every one of us, deals with metaphorical vipers all the time. It's been part of our race since the very beginning. If you think of the first stories of our faith, we have the story of Adam and Eve and how they were faced with a viper. He was called the serpent. And the serpent was in the garden, and he released his poison, his accusations against God into their lives and made them doubt God. And they ate from the tree that God had told them not to eat from, and they allowed sin to enter into their lives. Perfect example of what happens when we let the poison of vipers come into our lives. Instead of continuing in ministry, Adam and Eve lost their ministry to the earth and their ministry to mankind. And they spent the rest of their existence trying to make up for that and trying to mitigate the disaster of the poison of the viper in their lives. We're going to look at some other vipers and accusations in the lives of biblical characters and how they dealt with them over the next couple of days. But today I just want to point out this very first story is a cautionary tale about what happens when we don't allow the power of God to heal us from the poison of our vipers. Yesterday, I asked you to look into your life and to consider what the metaphorical vipers are in your heart. What are those things that threaten to poison your faith? What are those things that threaten to poison your love? What are those things in your life that threaten to poison your hope, your joy, your peace? Those are all vipers. And if, like Adam and Eve, you choose to allow the poison to go into your system and affect you, rather than allowing God to heal you from that poison, then you will lose some aspect of ministry. Can I encourage you? Don't let the vipers poison, destroy your calling in this life. Until we meet again, God bless you and be at peace.